Hey y'all, today we are going to talk about the distributive property. First of all, we need to talk about the word distribute. So in the distributive property, you have the word distribute. To distribute, it means to multiply the number outside of the parentheses to every number inside the parentheses. Okay, let's go ahead and look at number one, this first one, as our example while we're teaching through this. So let's look at the first one. It says to multiply the number outside of the parentheses, so that would be the 3, to every number inside the parentheses. So 3 times 2x and 3 times 7. You have to do it to all things inside the parentheses. So 3 times 2x is 6x plus 3 times 7, 21. Now, is there anything to simplify? No, that is our answer. Okay, so at the top you see it says trick. If you are multiplying a negative number, all the signs, once you multiply it, will change to the opposite. All right, let's talk about that in our second example. So we noticed that this -5, that is a negative with that 5. You have to take that negative sign and multiply it by everything inside the parentheses. So -5 times 10 and -5 times -12. -5 times 10y is -50y. -5 times -12, positive 60. Notice here that it changed the sign to the opposite. -5 times positive 10 made -50. -5 times -12 made positive 60. So let's continue on and see if you get the correct answers. Look at this one. There's not anything in front of it. It's just a negative. So that's an imaginary 1. -1 times 8a makes -8a. -1 times positive 9 makes -9. There's nothing there to simplify, so we can keep moving. Let's look at the next problem. I'm going to take this 2 and I'm going to distribute it to everything inside the parentheses. 2 times -5h, -10h. 2 times -6, -12h. Notice here we have 2 of the same terms, so we can combine these terms. -10h and -12h. That would make -22h. You just combine those terms there. Now, when you have multiple things, you still have to multiply that outside number by every single thing inside the parentheses. So that -3f is going to go there, it's going to go there, and it's going to go there. So -3f times 2, -6f, -3f times positive 5, -15f, and -3f times 9, -27f. Then you would combine all of those numbers together, and remember they are negative, so make sure you say -6 plus -15 plus -27. When you combine them all together, you get -48f. So to distribute, you have to multiply the outside number by every number inside the parentheses. Also, don't forget, when you have a negative with it, that negative travels to everything in the parentheses and changes it to its opposite. Now, let's look at something with multiple distributive portions. So let's look at this problem here. Positive 7 is going to distribute to that 2g and that 3g. So 7 times 2g is 14g plus 7 times 3g, 21g. Now, notice we have a second part of this problem. We need to take this negative and distribute it as well. There's nothing in front of it, so that's a -1. Negative times 8g makes -8g, and don't forget, do that to everything in the parentheses. -1 times -4g would be positive 4g, because a negative times a negative makes a positive. Go ahead and finish this sheet. and continue to practice. Remember, multiply the outside number by everything in the parentheses. Y'all have a great day.